If you're expecting a tax refund, the most common advice is that you should file your tax return as soon as possible. There is no reason to let the government keep your money any longer. But for some filers this year, your early tax return will be delayed for a variety of reasons, including new laws, ID theft, and more. In this video, we're going to discuss these potential delays and what you can expect to deal with as a filer this year. Hey everyone, this is Andy with The College Investor, investing and personal finance for millennials. If you're new to the channel and you like what you hear, please hit subscribe so you're ready when our next video comes out. Thanks. Over the last few years, identity theft related to taxes has exploded. In order to reduce possible losses from identity theft, Congress passed a law that forces the IRS to delay issuing refunds for people claiming certain deductions, the ones likely to be used by identity thieves. And in 2022, there's another reason your tax refund will be delayed. New legislation thanks to, you guessed it, the COVID-19 pandemic. Specifically, a lot of early filers are going to struggle with issues because of the advanced child tax credit. The sad part is, though, that many honest people may see their tax returns delayed by several weeks. Now, that's not detrimental, but it is a longer wait than previous years. In fact, you can see our estimated tax refund calendar to know when you're going to expect your tax refund. We'll put that link in the description below. Let's talk about the advanced child tax credit reconciliation. Last year, to get more cash to families in need, the IRS started sending out child tax credit payments monthly to qualifying families. As a result, at least 35 million families across the United States started receiving this cash. But you need to remember, this extra payment was actually an advance on your 2022 child tax credit. As a result, you'll need to reconcile any payments, and you could either owe a refund to the IRS or be entitled to more money. In January of 2022, the IRS will have sent you a letter 6419 to provide the total amount of your advanced child tax credit payments that were dispersed to you during 2021. You need to keep this letter regarding your advanced child tax credit payments with your tax records, and you may need to use this letter when you file your 2021 tax return during the 2022 tax filing season. However, if you're an early filer, you may not want to wait for this letter, or it could be incorrect anyway. As a result, we believe that many early filers could see their tax returns stuck in limbo at the IRS due to this new child tax credit. Let's discuss IRS staffing. The staffing of the IRS is likely going to cause a lot of delays for early tax filers. The reason is simple. With many IRS workers stuck at home or sick due to the pandemic, there will be delays. Combine that with the fact that the IRS is still behind in processing mail and tax returns from 2021, we expect some delays. The IRS opened e-file on January 24th, 2022. In their announcement, the IRS even noted huge staffing shortages and the potential for delays. If you're mailing documents to the IRS, expect even more delays. It could take months and months to clear through the backlog last year, and the IRS is still delayed on taking care of mail returns and other correspondence. Furthermore, if you have any issues with your return, such as requests for information or updates, you'll be stuck waiting as well. Staffing around the pandemic is really going to delay anything that requires an actual human to work on. Then there's the issue of crooks stealing your refund. If you're a crook, you try to file as many tax returns as possible, as quickly as possible. The IRS processes everything on a first-come, first-served basis. So if a criminal files a tax return in your name before you do, and they steal your refund, they win the race. For the government, they will end up paying you your proper refund, but they'll also lost out on the money that they sent to the criminals. The bottom line is that they're delaying your tax refund because they don't want to lose more money. The IRS estimates it paid out $1.3 billion in fraudulent tax returns last year. If you're a victim of identity theft, you're going to have to submit a bunch of documents to the IRS to get the identity theft issue resolved. This can take anywhere from several weeks to several months. It's a long process and it's not always easy. In an effort to combat this, the IRS is now going to hold some refunds until February 15th, 2022. The goal here is to see if two tax returns are filed for the same individual. It's important to note that not all tax returns are being delayed because of this new law. Only tax returns that have the following tax credits are being held: the Earned Income Tax Credit and the Additional Child Tax Credit. These are likely the most common tax credits taken by criminals since they are what's known as refundable tax credits. That means even if you owe no taxes because of the low or moderate income you have, you could still receive a refund for these tax credits. If you're a criminal looking to get the most money possible, you'll likely want to file a return with these tax credits on it. That's not advice, by the way. However, the impact is that low and moderate income tax filers have to wait longer for their tax refunds than in previous years. Now you might be asking, well, how long do I have to wait for my refund? Well, the answer is, it all depends. The IRS is still estimating that 90% of people should receive their refunds within 21 days. If you file early, the IRS will hold your refund until February 15th and then begin processing your refund. So to help everybody along, we want to encourage you to comment below to share your story so that others can see the timing as it happens. If you want to get started early on your taxes, check out our video for our top picks for tax software this year. In the end, these delays are not really something you can control. As with most things though, if you prepare and get in early, things may be a bit easier. As I mentioned earlier, please comment below about your tax return situation this year. Did you find your tax refund delayed because of this new law? How quickly did you receive your tax refund? Or did you have any issues with fraud? Please let us know in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out today. This is Andy from The College Investor. We'll see you in the next video.